Hello guys, my name is Josh Power. Welcome back to Final Fantasy X gameplay walkthrough. We finished off the last episode in we just entered the Baaj Temple after completing the intro or prologue, if you'd like to call it that. As Anakin getting attacked and then ending up back here. This is an Albred thingy. You cannot read it. Bhed in Final Fantasy X is another language other than English what some characters speak in the game. Some characters will only speak Bhed, and you can learn it by collecting Bhed primers. There aren't any Bhed primers in the game yet. There will be very shortly though, once we get ourselves out of the Baaj Temple. Yeah, so there's a couple of treasures here. I'll talk about that in a second. There's one chest which I just opened, and there's this chest here. Nothing too exciting, no too exciting treasure, just a potion. I can't even remember what was in that other box. I didn't look. Now this little sphere, what this does is, if you've previously played a game, so I would have had another load thing here, I could load my Bhed primers from the last game, and then I'd be able to read all of the Bhed throughout the game actually in English rather than in Bhed. So that's just a cool feature if you want to replay the game and learn what the Bhed are actually saying. But you know, you could do what everyone else does and look it up on the internet to save you playing a 100-hour game twice over. Oh, I didn't mean to choose new save data there. So we're going to save the game here, continue on with the story, and eventually meet some new characters. This area is the Baaj Temple. This is one area that you come back to later on in the game to get one of the secrets in the game, which is, I believe it's an Aeon, and it's called Anima. Anima, there's another chest down here. It's pretty obvious it's here though, isn't it? Off the beaten track. Anima, and Anima is an Aeon. He's a summon. We won't be getting him for a very long time though, because like I said, this is very, very late game stuff when you come back here. Tidus is all alone at the moment. Poor guy. So with this, you actually just need to swim around for a bit and then you get attacked. And here is our second boss fight, which you cannot lose. Another one that we cannot lose. See, the cool thing about Blitzball players, if you don't know, they can hold their breath underwater for what seems like an unlimited amount of time. It's almost like magic. I believe this is one of those fights which again never... I was gonna say never ends then, but you can't win, basically. There's no way that you win this fight right now, which happens after you kill two of those little green enemies. You do come back and fight this boss. Like I said, this is an endgame area that you come back to get a secret, and you do actually fight that boss when you come back here, and it is an absolute ton of fun. It is a ton of fun. This looks a little bit overwhelming, doesn't it, for little Tidus here, but just attack him. You get hit for a crazy amount. That was almost half the HPs. And then Tidus quickly realizes, I'm not going to be able to kill this guy, so I better run. And then you begin to run. Look at that, man. He pretty much almost got eaten alive. But if he did, then it would be pretty underwhelming story, wouldn't it? That would just be it. End of the game. Good job. So now we head deeper into these ruins.
Out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Need to try and find a way out. Which we eventually will, of course. There's a few hidden treasures around this area which I can show you. But I'd imagine it's not something you wouldn't be able to figure out. He pushed that huge rock over with absolutely no effort whatsoever.
Cold.
I'd love to hear some of the lore on this place. I don't know what this temple actually is, what it was used for. I don't have any idea, to be honest. So let's go ahead and save the game again. And now we need to find a way to get some fire so we don't freeze our ass to death. And to do that we need some flint, which is here. There's nothing else in this room. And then we need something to start the fire, so some dry flowers would do it. First little secret here. Boom. Little hidden away treasure chest that you would only get to if you accidentally walk the wrong way. But once you know where it is, then it's easy. There's a withered bouquet, so now we have all the tools we need to start the fire. But let's not go back yet. Head out onto this balcony. And there's one more treasure chest that we can open. With a high potion in it. The treasure chests are pretty underwhelming, really, aren't they? An effort, potion, high potion. But you know they all give you, they've all got advantages, so you may as well get them all. They're not that particularly difficult to find. And then when we get to the end game stuff and we start picking up ultimate weapons out of chests, that's when it starts getting really fun. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here, aren't I? I'm on the second chapter, I guess you could call it. And I'm chatting about how I'm going to be getting ultimate weapons and stuff, but I am going for the platinum trophy, which takes a long time, but I will definitely get it. There's a few missable trophies in the game, which mainly are the Bhed Primer trophies. The Bhed Primer trophies. There's 4 Bhed Primers that if you don't pick them up when it's your only chance, then you're never gonna get them again.
What do you want?
Which is a bit of a pain.
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
Because Titus is a little
You cried.
bitch. To be fair, he just got sucked into the anus of the evolution monster. Ended up in this place. He seems to be handling himself not too bad. If that was me, I'm not sure. Not sure what I would do. Probably curl up in a little ball like he is right now, actually.
Don't go out on me.
And cry myself to sleep.
Nah, just hold on. I'll get more wood.
No, you won't, Titus. No, you won't. Because look who's come to play with you. the first boss you can actually die on.
Give me a break!
I guess this isn't even a boss really. This is just a normal monster, but you can't actually die on this guy. And in a second, we will meet another one of our characters. I'm not sure when she comes, but she will. Any minute now and she'll be here. Trust me. Come to save the day. There's our friend there. The unnamed lady. She is quite powerful in comparison to Titus. And she has a very, very interesting mechanic which none of the other characters can do until later on in the game. Which is the use of and steal ability, so she can steal enemies from other characters and then use them against them. So for example, this enemy here, we will steal grenades from him and then throw the grenades at his face. And this character is the only character that can do it at the beginning of the game, but then eventually, of course, you can't teach other characters to do everything in this game, which is great, because in other Final Fantasies, every character has their own set path, whereas in this game, everybody can learn everything if you give it enough time. Now to get to that stage is a very, very long process. It's not easy at all, not one bit, but you can do it eventually in about 100 hours of gameplay. This is the first time that we've seen the battle feedback screen. We've got 2 ability spheres and some sphere levels. Sphere levels will be explained later on. The ability spheres will be learned with the sphere level explanation. That's how your characters progress in this game. So Titus thinks he's been miraculously saved and now he's become a prisoner of these guys. These guys are speaking Albed, so we can't understand anything they're saying because we don't have any Albed Primus. But they seem to want to kill Titus, don't they? And this lovely lady is sticking up for us. How nice of her. Boom. Guys, my name has been Josh Power. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Final Fantasy X gameplay walkthrough. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you next time.